Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello guys, I'm Handayani Amasa as the third speaker from Group A. In this video, I will explain about student-centered learning. The first, I will explain about the definition of student-centered learning. Student-centered learning is a learning that places student at the center of the learning process. Through student-centered learning, students take a major role or become a center in the learning process. So, whatever is concerned with learning materials, students must be independent in finding source and learning reference with guidance from the teacher. The next topic is characteristic of SCL method. The first is active learning. Active learning is learning that occurs when the students are given the opportunity to interact more with fellow students or with a teacher about the subject he is currently facing, developing knowledge, not just receiving information from teacher. The second is interactive learning. In interactive learning, every student must do something according to the material being studied. And the third is independent learning. Independent learning is a learning approach student-centered where learning process and experience the organized and controlled by the student themselves. The next is collaborative learning. Collaborative learning is a method that keeps students from various backgrounds working together in small groups to achieve general learning objectives. Students are jointly responsible for their learning process. The success of a student is the success of his friend. Cooperative learning. In group cooperative learning, students will get new knowledge with better quality, contextual and relevant when compared to individual or independent learning. The last is conceptual learning. Conceptual learning is a learning convention combine content with individual daily experience, community and environment, or nature of work. Conceptual learning can increase self-confidence because it can understand the relationship between theories and practice. In student-centered learning method, there are three methods. The first is guided discovery, the second is inquiry, and the last is recitation. In this video, I will explain about guided discovery. Guided discovery or penemuan terbimbing is a method in which students acquire unknown knowledge not through notification from the teacher, but finding themselves with guidance from the teacher. In using this method, the teacher's role is to state the problem, then guide students to find solution to the problem with instruction or with worksheet. Students follow the instruction and find the solution themselves. The next topic is the steps to implementing guided discovery. The first is orientation. Step to foster a responsive learning atmosphere. The teacher conditions so that students are ready to carry out the learning process. And the second is formulating problems. Bringing students to a problem that contains a puzzle. The problem presented is a problem that challenges students to think about how to solve the puzzle. And the third is formulating a hypothesis. A hypothesis is a temporary answer to a problem that is being studied. As a temporary answer, the hypothesis needs to be tested for truth. The fourth is collection data. Activists to capture the information needed to test the proposed hypothesis. In graded discovery, collecting data is a mental process, is very important in intellectual development. The next is testing the hypothesis. The process of determining which answer the considered acceptable in accordance with the data or information obtained based on data collection. The most important thing is testing a hypothesis is to find the level of student confidence in the answer given. And the last is formulate conclusions. The process of describing the findings obtained based on the result of hypothesis testing. There is explanation from me. Thank you.